Hey y'all, hey. Real Ratchet Rubies presents another Make the Most of It Monday. And I really need y'all to bear with a chick as I broke my voice. This was an action-packed weekend last weekend with family, fun. It was Mother's Day and I may have had one too many shots and I may have hit that hookah vape pen one too many times, but it is okay because I am here with you to give you the 5 tips on how to overcome the Monday blues. Now I personally am not suffering from Monday blues. However, I am struggling. It's giving Beyonce, my husband. But we'll jump right into our 5 tips on overcoming the Monday blues. Tip number 1. If you don't know, then you should know. This is going to be a reoccurring theme. We would like for you to affirm 10 things that you are grateful for at the start of your day. We also suggest that you put this list of 10 things that you are grateful for in writing. We suggest that you put it in writing so that you have this list available to you throughout your day. So when life begins to happen, you can utilize this list as a tool to de-escalate if needed, or just to be reminded of the things that you were grateful for when you first opened your eyes. Some of the things that I am grateful for on this beautiful Monday is I have a little bit of voice left so I can come to you all and be a blessing in somebody's life. I am most grateful for the way that my mind is arranged and knowing that the God of my understanding is not outside of myself but inside of me, and I can call on God at any point in time to rise to any occasion that I may need God to guide me in, to intercept something. I'm just grateful that I know God is inside of me and not outside of me. Tip number 2. Give yourself love, acknowledgement, and grace. When you use the bathroom for the first time in the morning and you're at the sink washing your hands, look at yourself in the mirror and really see you. Take a moment to look yourself in the eyes and say these words. I love you because you're always here for me and I appreciate you. I love you because your mind is arranged beautifully and I appreciate all of your unique quirks and qualities. You are a gift and you should never forget that. I really love you. I don't care how awkward or embarrassing this may seem. I struggled with this early on with telling myself that I love myself. I was embarrassed that my children may hear me talking to myself, and I had to get over that because I really do love myself, and I hope that you do too. Affirm to yourself that you love yourself and really mean it, like really see yourself. Do you know some people can look at their reflection in the mirror and then walk away from the mirror and not remember what they look like? The face that they've carried their entire life. When they close their eyes and think about themselves, they can't see themselves. And I know this to be a fact because I used to struggle with this. But that's when I was masked up. I did not know myself and I was just being who I needed to be in whatever space that I was occupying at the time. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself. Tip number 3. Put something of nutritional value in your body at the start of each day. Coffee is cool if you need it to wake you up. I mean, really, but not really. Consume foods that will increase your energy levels to build and sustain a strong body, mind, and immune system. You only get one body, y'all. Even though we know there's a multitude of BBL warriors and plastic surgery patties out here, take care of your natural body that was given to you. Take vitamins. Of course, you should consult a doctor or healthcare professional before doing so, as well as supplements. But honestly and truly, your body will inform you of what it needs and what it's lacking. We just have to be aware and tapped in enough to make sense of what our bodies is telling us. Tip number 3. This is going to be a lengthy one. Be mindful that there are only 24 hours in a day, and anywhere between 5 and 10 of those hours are being spent sleeping, which means we're left with about 10 to 19 hours to be active, present, and productive in our designated roles or our chosen fields. So pacing ourselves to create environments where we're getting things done and utilizing our time and resources wisely helps to minimize the Monday blues and ultimately the any day blues, guys. Whether you have mental or physical checklists, being aware of the time allotted to getting things done could serve as a catalyst to completing the most important tasks on your list of things to do throughout the day. This also serves as a useful tool to minimize distractions, such as unconsciously scrolling through social media for hours on end. I don't know about you all. I'm not on any social sites. However, I am a YouTube fanatic, so I could grab my phone to Google something, right? And before I know it, I have hit the YouTube icon and I've watched 3,000 shorts and 2 long form podcasts, and it's now past dinner time and I'm looking at my children and they're looking at me and I'm looking at them and then they're looking back at me. So just being aware of how much time you're spending and what you're spending it on. Consider putting in writing. Here I go. She's going to always suggest that you put something in writing. You know why? Because it's real when it's in writing. You can actually see when you put something in writing. So consider putting in writing your daily routine. This includes your meal times, naps if you take them, tending to your pets if you have them. Like myself, I walk my dogs in the morning. If it's a long walk, it's to a park, and we normally spend anywhere between an hour and 2 hours at the park. When I am considering my hours, my 10 to 19 hours that I have left to be productive and do things throughout the day, I can actually knock off an hour and a half because that's how much time that was spent at the park on the pets. And now I'm down to 18 hours. Or 8.5. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, hopefully. Adding timestamps to gauge how your time is being spent is a great tool to utilize to overcome Monday blues and ultimately everyday blues. Tip number 5 is exercise for at least 10 to 15 minutes before getting your day started. Don't say that you don't have time. You do have time. Just don't pick up your phone. Don't scroll on none of your social sites. Spend 10 or 15 minutes getting active. Stretch to wake up your muscles and loosen your joints. I'm not a young spring chicken anymore, and baby, before I even get up out the bed, it's a crick and a crack and a crack and a crick. It's ridiculous. So stretching is absolutely necessary for me. Take a walk, jog, jump some rope. Do some jumping jacks, dance, twerk, jerk, heel toe, or crip walk. I do not care. Just do something to elevate your heart rate, stretch to get your muscles loosened. It wakes up your body. It increases your energy, and that energy signals to your brain that we're on a go, we're moving, we're being productive. Let's go out and be ready for the world. It is our sincerest hope that you take these tips and you put them into practice and utilize them, because we know that they have the potential to change the trajectory of one's day and ultimately one's life. So use these tips to overcome the Monday blues and ultimately the everyday blues. Hopefully next weekend I will have my voice back, but for now I'm going to go find my husband. Until next time, family.